Welcome back to another episode of FUD News Updates, where we touch on cryptocurrency, current events, coins to watch, and market trends. Tonight we're going to be going over something really cool, a coin that has, honestly been on my radar for a very long time. But right now, it's just, I learned a lot more about it, and the reason why I honestly am making this video is that I finally got accepted to their platform, and I saw how great it is, and now I get to experience it firsthand. And I kind of knew about it a while back, but I'm finally a STEEM member, so I'm going to tell you all about it, and it's a very exciting platform. It's an even more exciting currency and blockchain. I think everyone should really know about this specific project, not just because of the way that they create the value, but simply the achievements behind the team and the technology, that what they've racked up as far as simple numbers and statistics that should impress you relative to other coins on the market that everybody respects and loves. It's pretty phenomenal. And what you're going to think, hopefully at the end of this video, like I do, is that Steem's a real heavyweight player and that they're going to be here to stay. So let's check it out. So Steem's sitting here at about 51 cents, $5.51. It's come down from an all-time high of $8.04. And, there's plenty of reasons why I think it's going to get back to this all-time high. And, we could talk about where Steem's going to go in the future. And I definitely want to do some price analysis and all that stuff. But I really want you to know about the story behind Steem and a little bit more about the sort of nuts and bolts of this project to help you understand where this coin is headed as far as a philosophy, a vision, and how it's going to fit into the next few phases of blockchain adoption. So let's pop into their website, Steem.io. So Steem powers smart media tokens. Steem is a smart media-based rewards platform for publishers to monetize content and grow community. Approximately, they've paid over $22 million in Steem rewards. And you're saying, what does that mean? Many of you might know, but Steem rewards are essentially rewards that you accumulate by going throughout their platforms. Steem has this really amazing approach to backing the value of their token, and it's pretty innovative, but it makes sense, especially in our new media, social media economy, or just social media era. So it says, what are smart media tokens? A smart media token is a native asset of the Steem blockchain. Smart media tokens can be launched to anyone to help monetize online content, create incentives, or encourage desired user behavior. So they're like ERC20 tokens, but essentially the way that they're focusing on differentiating themselves is through this concept of proof of brain properties. Proof of brain properties and token distribution reward systems that are both designed specifically for digital content businesses. So we're going to go into all of that. But essentially this concept of proof of brain is all about proving that people are stimulated and interacting with valuable content, essentially. And so proof of brain, it's a reward system that it encourages people to create, to curate, to produce valuable content to this ecosystem, whether it's in the forms of comments or curations or just publishing your own content. And you can earn tokens for the amount of interactions and the amount of genuine sort of brain interactions that you create, is the way I sort of think of it. Is you essentially get upvoted much in the way that you would on a traditional social media platform, except instead of it being not necessarily hollow but not worth money, this is actually being rewarded because they're backing this with real value. So this is pretty interesting, only really something you can pull off in this sort of modern blockchain tokenized economy, but it's pretty amazing what they've done here. And so just to be clear, they're running a faster blockchain than Bitcoin or Ethereum at the moment. And they're looking to tokenize the whole web economy. It sort of smells a bit similar to what I hear Tron saying that they're going to do. So they're running a rewards-based decentralized social network, required new advances in blockchain technology. So they were saying they couldn't use Ethereum or Bitcoin in their minds. So Steem is a next generation blockchain. They're claiming a third generation blockchain. I don't know. I'm not like a historiographer of blockchain, so maybe they're the 2.5 gen, I don't know, maybe they're third gen. But at any rate, they're saying Steem has been battle tested for over 18 months now. You know, how many blockchains do you know that have been going and battle tested for over 18 months that are doing what Steem is doing? And I'll show you what Steem is doing. So by the way, Steem is saying that they've also processed more transactions per second than Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we're going to go over the Steem blue paper, which is phenomenal, in just a second. But they built this thing called Steemit, which is a social media community. And Steemit allows you to essentially publish things, get upvoted, get paid money. It is the social media platform that is built with their blockchain and their token. And so they built that to sort of show the world what this could be like. And you know, it was definitely meant for demonstrative purposes, and it certainly is working. The community there is very into the content there, and especially because it literally pays to be into the content. People are making hundreds of dollars on good posts. And I know that sounds, maybe that's crazy, but you know, making $100 on a good blog post is kind of, you know, not necessarily that readily available everywhere. So it's pretty cool that you could go and create your channel and be rewarded just for being a fan or being a curator or being a publisher. So they've been paying out too, $22.7 million. This isn't chump change here. They have almost, you know, a third of a million accounts. They have a little over a third of a million accounts active, and they're doing, you know, 230,000 posts a month. It's crazy. 600,000 comments. This is activity. You know, this is not a stagnant place. This is a very active environment where there's a lot of money flowing. I mean, why wouldn't it be? There's a lot of money flowing. So, you know, Wired's covered it, and they have these meetups. You'd see why people would be passionate about something that feels like it's bringing new value to a thing that I think everybody does. So now we're going to check out their blue paper. It's very long, so this is going to be a bit technical. I'm going to try to get through this as fast as I can. But, you know, it's understanding that, you know, this is kind of written. This is written to explain to people like you and me why to invest, why to believe in these technologies. It's also written to the world, but, you know, this is, you know, meant to be understood. I like to go deep into these, so I encourage you to also be not scared of going into these documents. We're going to go through it together. So Steem provides a scalable blockchain protocol for publicly accessible and immutable content, along with fast and feeless digital token. So they're doing zero fees, right? Called Steem. So STEEM is their token, and that's what enables the currency of using their brain, called proof of brain. So the two building blocks of this protocol, both blockchain and token, depend on each other for security, immutability, and longevity, and they're therefore integral to each other's existence. Steem has been successfully operating for over a year and has now exceeded both Bitcoin and Ethereum in number of transactions processed. So beyond transactions per second, they're doing more transactions total, right? And so Steem is not just this random tech. This is a heavily used technology. So Steem stands out first as the first publicly accessible database for immutably stored content in the form of plain text, along with inbuilt incentivization mechanisms, right? So they're saying that nobody's done this quite, where you can publish plain text, or, you know, content as we call it, and be incentivized for that behavior using this blockchain. They have broken the mold, is what they're explaining. They were the first ones to do this, and that's why they've grown so tremendously. It might not be on the radar, but they've grown their community, and anyone who's found out about it has gotten involved in it, because it is, the incentive is to get involved. It makes sense. So, you know, they're saying it makes it both smart and social compared to Bitcoin and Ether, and that kind of makes sense, right? There's a lot going on with Steem. Let's get down here, the rewards pool. So the rewards pool is really what this is all about. 75%, here you see it, 75% of the tokens that are generated every year on the Steem blockchain go to the rewards pool. And that's because they value so much the creation of new content, the pushing of the brain, of the stimulation of the brain with content, and with publishing and with sharing and with interacting and commenting and showing that you are invested mentally in what's going on here. They're saying that that is clearly a value. We all know that that's a value, because what you invest in mentally is the most valuable thing of all. Look at the software industry and how much they capitalize on your attention. So obviously the things that you interact with are going to be of significance. So rewards for content creators and curators. voting with staked tokens to determine allocation of rewards. So yeah, so if you own Steem, you can vote, and it's got a democracy sort of built in. It's got a system of governance here you can read about. It's pretty interesting. So they're claiming that Steem is going to scale to 10,000 transactions per second. As far as I know, Neo's going at 1,000 transactions per second, and Bitcoin and Ethereum are both at under 10 transactions per second. I've heard that Stellar Lumen is somewhere maybe around 10,000 transactions per second now, or maybe a scaling there. But they're using a very similar delegated proof of stake algorithm. And so, you know, they're showing how they go into their delegated, I'm not going to go into delegated proof of stake, but, you know, what I find really cool here is they have this mechanism for quickly approving or rejecting hard forks. And they're saying that Steem has already hard forked 18 times, 18 hard forks, you know, and this is in their blue paper, so I believe it. So, you know, and they're saying that it's helped them iterate and grow and become faster and better each and every time. There's an element of their governance that allows them to iterate and become a better technology faster. Steem is designed to be a mainstream social media platform as well as a currency, which is what makes it so interesting, because everybody loves their various social media platforms or your corners of it. We all know that we like sharing content and interacting with content and discovering content, and now we're going to get rewarded for it. So it's going to be pretty interesting to combine those with blockchain and cryptocurrency as a whole. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to see it. So that's just really the summary here. But I wanted to get to the decentralized exchange, which I found fascinating, because you have to understand decentralized exchanges are one of the most exciting concepts within crypto. And when you're able to decentralize exchange across blockchain from peer-to-peer with smart contracts, it gives you the opportunity to create a whole nother level of middleman disruption. You know, you can take out middlemen in almost any industry when you can transfer assets this way. So it's pretty amazing, and Steemit's already pulling this off, and they're doing it through something called BitShares. So, you know, they have a whole bunch, you know, they also have payments through escrow, hierarchical private key structure, you know, multi-sig authorities. And so, you know, they just keep going with all the different amazing things that they've done with their blockchain that are unique and are very interesting. And so, you know, they're not 100% unique. Other people have done them, but they're differentiators and they're value adders, and they make it a very serious currency. So here we're in Steemit, which is their social media platform, and you see this post it was 10 hours ago, and it got $900 already with the 770 upvotes. And here you see that they're posting things on something called DTube, which I'll get to in a second, but it's essentially decentralized YouTube. And you see this person made I understand why you're doing this, and then, you know, they respectfully didn't think that this person should be charging anything, even though it sounds like, I guess, yeah, so it's only for 24 hours free, but yeah, he's saying he shouldn't be charging, and he got upvoted. He got $6 for his protest. That's great, you know? Take a stand, get paid for it, guys. So here we're in their developer portal, and as you can see, they have an API. You can choose your library. It's really well designed, looks beautiful, very easy, chaptered out. Let's see, what can I do? I got all my categories. I can see all my different modules here, and yeah, it just looks good. Super easy. It makes me think that if I have a developer, they're going to know exactly how to get what they need. And here I am. Here I'm uploading right now a video that I made about block array to DTube right now. And so here it is. You know, it's taking a second, but you know, decentralized things, you know, when it's better, you got to wait a little longer. But you know, it is working. And it's just amazing. So I logged into my DTube with my Steemit account, and they're both powered by Steem. And so, you know, hopefully I'll get upvoted here too and get some Steem over here as well. So I couldn't speak, you know, more highly about Steem as a currency. I think what they're doing, their accomplishments to date are so phenomenal. The fact that they have a decentralized asset exchange, which I didn't quite get to, I'm going to get to right now, which is in BitShares. BitShares is their decentralized exchange. Check this out. You can download it or try it online. Let's try it online. Here we are. I'm just gonna click on the exchange, not sign up. Here we are, and I can trade. What am I looking at? I'm looking at USD to BitShares. And here I can trade USD for BitShares. And essentially, they've already managed to build a working decentralized asset exchange. So finally, I just wanted to touch a little bit on the team behind Steem, and it's, the visionary founder is Dan Larimer. So he's founded some amazing projects, and he's never touched a drop of alcohol. I've highlighted some interesting things in this article here on pretty much just an amazing piece on Dan Larimer's background. And so, he was studying blockchain technology back in 2003, or before that actually, which I find to be absolutely incredible that he was that far ahead, understanding the importance of decentralizing information that as it pertained to financial and just economic information. And in 2009, supposedly, when he discovered Bitcoin, he was already trying to create his own cryptocurrency. So then he got, as the tale goes, involved with Satoshi Nakamoto in a Bitcoin forum. And, he eventually created something that was called Graphene, which powers BitShares and Steem. And so he's the co-founder of Steemit, which is the software that runs on Steem, the social platform. And he was its CTO until March 2017. And he also created BitShares, which is the decentralized exchange. So he knew about the importance of BitShares and the decentralized exchange forever. And it's amazing that he was this far, that he had seen it coming for this long, and that he's been working at it this long. And so he says, when you ask him, what is BitShares? He says, BitShares is a network, a bank, ledger, company, exchange, software, community, currency. And he asserts that it's a country, but it's a decentralized exchange. So if you really want to dive into the Dan Ledger rabbit hole, watch this video. Definitely do it. There's a lot of cool information in there. But the point is, he went on to found and create EOS. And he said, this article explains that it's easier to understand when you recognize the problems it's trying to solve. And EOS is like this, new blockchain designed, that's essentially designed for scaling. And he's trying to create something that essentially has millions of transactions per second, eliminates all user fees, and allows for quick and easy deployment of centralized apps. And I'll go and do a video so you can have a more complete understanding of EOS in a later video. But the reality is that this team that started Steem is phenomenal, a visionary, one of the visionaries of the space. So what do I think about Steem? I think Steem is a phenomenal currency. I think Steem is on its way to breaking through. It took me a week to get approved to use their social media site. So I wonder how long the line might get in the future. I wonder how big the boom could be on Steem's social media presence given the financial rewards involved, or if, they might get overtaken in this space. But like I said, the technology is phenomenal, and their achievements to date have been phenomenal. And so, it's at a little bit of a discount from its all-time high because we're obviously down as a market at 553. We were up at 829, 830. And, you could easily see this coming back to its all-time high of $8 and change, which would be, a 30-40% gain. But to be honest, Steem's got a big, bright future, and it's built to be viral. It's built to grow. It's got a phenomenal community, hundreds of thousands of comments, interactions each and every month. So that's how it's real. And I look for Steem to keep growing and keep doing what it's doing. And if you want to take positions in Steem, it seems like it's going to chug its way up a little bit more. I don't like making huge price predictions, but I could see this becoming a steady gainer. And as more and more people find out about the platform, I could see this thing potentially taking some real rockets, the way social media tends to expand in a kind of dramatic and exponential way sometimes. So thank you so much for checking out this video. Once again, if you like this video, please give us a like or a comment below the video. It really helps us know that you enjoyed the content, and it helps YouTube know to suggest it to other people as well. If you're interested in helping support us, you can check us out. We make some interesting clothing items over at fudclothing.com. I'm sure you might enjoy it. And of course, remember that this is not professional financial advice. This is just our opinions. We're coming here hopefully to help you get through this FUD, get through this fear and uncertainty and doubt, and hopefully in the end, we can all prosper together. Please always do your own research if you're going to invest in this space, and never invest anything you cannot afford to lose. Don't forget to follow us over here on Steemit at FUD Studios. We will have a link below in our bio. And as you can see, we have a couple posts up already. We're trying to get a lot of our content up, posted there so more people can see it. And yeah, please follow our journey over there, and we'd love to interact with you and help us all get a little bit of steam in the process. So thank you so much, and we'll catch you on the next video.